Good morning, everyone. My name is MightyStream. I'm going to do your November the 28th, just for today, in a meditation. I hope you're doing well this morning. Hope you have a energy of wellness, a spirit of wellness. Let's go ahead and get into the meditation. The title of the meditation for today is Being Ourselves. November 28th. To be truly humble is to accept and honestly try to be ourselves. That comes from the basic text, page 36. Humility is a puzzling concept. We know a lot about humiliation, but humility is a new ideal. It sounds suspiciously like groveling, bowing, and scraping, but that's not what humility is at all. True humility is simply acceptance of who we are. By the time we reach a step that uses the word humbly, we have already started to put this principle into practice. The fourth step gives us an opportunity to examine who we really are. And the fifth step helps us accept that knowledge. The practice of humility involves accepting our true nature, honestly being ourselves. We don't have to grovel or abase ourselves, nor must we try to appear smarter, wealthier, or happier than we really are. Humility simply means we drop all pretense and live as honestly as we can. Just for today, I will allow knowledge of my true nature to guide my actions. Today, I will face the world as myself. Let's take a moment of silence, followed by the we version of the Serenity Prayer. Moment of silence now, please. Thank you. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things that we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Just for today, please and thank you. So we're talking about the difference between humiliation and humility. And it's true. Most of us know a lot about humiliation. And the issue with humiliation is that it causes a pseudo humility, right? It's in the moment. And in a sense, it's very gratifying. Okay. It's our reaction to humiliation. When someone humiliates me, there is a natural desire to get through it. Just get through the humiliation, just get through the embarrassment, just get through that moment as best I can. And sometimes that is assuming a pseudo posture of humility, right? You got me, right? I exposed my neck, right? You got me. It's something that animals do, right? They have a tendency to show their vulnerability when they've been had, right? And so when I've been humiliated, I will assume the posture of humility, but it's not genuine, is it? Because usually when a person is humiliated, and myself, self included, I'm talking about myself here, there's that afterthought or inner thought that eventually I am going to make a comeback and I am going to show you who's boss. I'm going to revenge this moment of humiliation. It's called paybacks. And we all think that way, right? So the result or the fruit of humiliation is always pseudo humility. It's generally never genuine. It's self-serving if we think about it deeply. But here's the thing about humility. Humility, even though many of us don't know much about it, or if we know something about it, is pseudo humility. True humility is simply acceptance of who we are. Here's the thing, if who you are is a big deal, and you don't accept that that's a big deal in the society that you're in, right? You may not even be able to handle money, property, and prestige because you can't handle who you actually are. This is deeper than 3 paragraphs. This is a lot deeper than 3 paragraphs. When I'm a big deal in the community, in my society, meaning that to the average person, they would look at me and say, oh, that person has clout. That person has power. When I know that, I conduct myself differently, right? I conduct myself, see, I know that there should be honor and respect that comes as a result, right, of the position or the title. But I can conduct myself in true humility, meaning that I accept it, I understand it, I receive it, I receive the honor, thank you. But I also understand that it's a gift. It's a gift. And I treat the kindness of others with respect. They don't owe me anything. They might have to respect the judge, but they don't owe the judge respect. It's a good ideal if you show it. Have you ever been in front of a humble judge? They'll still call the individual by name in a respectful manner. Even when they're giving a sentence, they will do it in a respectful manner, right? Knowing that there's always going to be those that come into their chambers and clown. That's a great example of someone that has clout in the community, but they are humble. They show true humility. Okay. So this is a concept that we want to start thinking about. When you put this principle into practice, you are saying, I know who I am and I have acceptance of who I am. The 4th and the 5th step give us an opportunity to figure that out, right? We examine in the 4th step who we really are. In the 5th step, we're able to accept that knowledge. How do we show acceptance of it? True humility now is simply acceptance of who we are. So how do we show that acceptance of that knowledge? By being willing to share, honestly being ourselves, accepting our true nature, laying it all out on the table with another human being and God. That's what the 5th step says, right? We stop pretending and begin to live as we honestly are. When I think about who I actually am and where I've come from, I have a lot of gratitude. I have a lot of gratitude for the things that have taken place in my life, right? So just for today, let's acknowledge our true nature and allow it to guide our actions. Today, I want for you to go forward in your day, facing the world as yourself. I know you can do it. I'm doing it. I do it every day. It's hard some days. I'm not in the mood some days, but I still show up to grow up. I know you can do it. My name is MightyStream. I've enjoyed talking to you. I hope that you will have a beautiful day on purpose.